I would say top line of combo armor. I've been playing for just over a month, I believe. I'm at like 400 or 500 hours. I could look. But anyway, top row of combo is the first priority because that's going to be your use all armor. If you like AKs, then go with the AN-94 because that leads up to one of the meta guns. The AEK and the A545 is a meta gun. If you like LMGs, go down the RPD and follow to the PKP. I didn't do that because I don't really care about LMGs. The HK is not really worth it in my opinion. It needs more than 25 rounds to be effective in PvP. Unless, of course, the top tier one is just that much better, which I don't know because it takes a lot of fucking resources to get it. And I'm not going to go for it just yet. Now, if you like NATO guns, I would personally go with the SG. The M4 feels okay, does okay, and then you get to the M16, and it feels like an airsoft gun. It does almost no damage, but it shoots fast. Whereas the SIG has respectable damage at a slower fire rate. I prefer the SIG. It works better in my opinion, and it's better out the range, so better for PvP. Supposedly the meta is the FN2K TAC. I really don't give a shit about metas. I would go for the G3 or the G36 just because I like that gun anyway, but the SIG line leads to either or, so you can go to whatever you want. If you go M16 like I did, you can only go to the FN2K. And then I went up the VSS line. I very much enjoy it. It's a very good gun all the way out to long range, but it suffers at close range. But I would absolutely get it again. And then you can get an M1A from a quest, even though it's not the full auto, so you don't have to worry about that. I went down the bolt action line. I still don't really care for it. The semi-auto snipers might be better. I'm not entirely sure, but they seem to work good. I mean, multiple shots is always better than one almost high damage shot. And then the other priority besides your combo armor is going to be going for this Protecta. It's the best shotgun for making farming easier. You can start with the MP133 or the Mossberg and then move up to the Spaz or the MP153. They're both good. I've used both of them. And then from there you jump to the Protecta. Oh, and then once you get a good amount of grinding going, don't forget to buy your knives because they give you increased movement speed. The knife you start with is 1%, and then you can upgrade to a 4%, and then you can get 5 and 6. But this first purchase to get the 4% movement speed is pretty huge. As far as backpacks, work your way up to the tri-zip, grab a sports bag on the way so you have both, because the sports bag will be for exo armors. Containers will be late game, but you're going to eventually grind out a container, so you can start at the KZS-5 so you don't have to worry about all that just yet. The Shorty 590 from the starting area, Swamps, is the only secondary shotgun that you can get unless you get one out of a box or from an event. So definitely grab that. Plus 5 it if you have the extra kits, because it's going to be your main secondary shotgun forever. Unless, of course, you like the double barrel, but this is 3 shots and a little bit more damage. So I may as well just do that one. You can get either of these shotguns, work your way up to either of these two, and that will be your mid-game. When you get to bar and you start grinding the north, then Protecta. Always Protecta. Pistols are good for PvP. Other than that, not really. A buddy of mine got the Shrimp, and he was killing players with it pretty regularly. All of the magazines, attachments, silencers, grips, all that shit, you can click the little question mark and it'll tell you what gun it goes to. So you're going to start, depending on if you're AK or NATO, you start at one of these and you just work your way up. That'll be your muzzle devices. If you want a silencer, you can get a silencer for each gun type. I don't recommend it because every silencer has negative 22 damage at range. So you're going to lose a lot of damage on the further range. When you're coming out of swamps, make sure you pick up one of the NATO mags. Doesn't really matter which because they can go either way. Grab this 5.45 mag because it's a free 5% reload speed on AKs. And it's cheap. It's 8 of each material. That way you have it if you do decide you want an AK. Then once you get up into garages, you'll expand into other magazines. If you go with VSS, make sure to grab the +10. Very helpful. Endgame stuff doesn't really matter just yet. Every gun has a different set of attachments, so AKs have handguards. The M16 M4 also has a handguard set. The VSS has clamps. It's all pretty self-explanatory. If you've dabbled in the Tarkov or any other, Call of Duty, dare I say, you kind of have an idea of attachments already. Definitely grab the laser in garages. That helps you with stabilization and hip fire and all that. Work your way up to the pink one. That's the best one. And then, the PC LRS tactical grip is the best one to get for pretty much everything, unless you have a specific need for like more recoil or whatever. But I've been using this and it's fine. You don't have to worry about crafting any of this stuff. You will get all the metal detectors and scanners and shit from quests. And the ones they give you in the quests are better than the ones you can craft, so don't worry about those. Anyway, you can craft your way up to the top tier night vision if you want it, but most suits have the night vision integrated, and I'll show you that. Optics, I recommend that Racour's wide angle sight for AKs. It's 1.5x. Top tier if you like low zoom. The PSO is 2.4x, also for AKs. Good mid-tier zoom. Leopold is what I use. It's a 2.4 Picatinny mount. Trichicon RMR, it's a good one for anything red dot. You can make adapter to go from the Picatinny to an AK mount, so that's not a big issue. And then the vortex collimator and the bearing are also not bad if you want a 3 or a 2. And I think that's pretty much it. Covers everything. Should cover everything. Oh, that's what I was going to show you. So any of the suits will say, like this one says it has combat NVGs. So you take off your regular NVGs and it'll activate the suit ones. And the combats are just a white.